Good morning, good afternoon. I thought I would go ahead back way up and give everyone an introduction to how we do projects here at San Antonio High School. In wood technology, we always have a packet of student produced design paperwork. So that first page is called a white paper sketch. This white paper sketch is something that's supposed to be very clear and confident with a high degree of accuracy, but a also a degree of refinement. This refinement is gathered from using the graph paper sketch. So this is just a copy. We made guidelines left and right to end the bird or fish. We made crop lines top and bottom. We did horizontal and perpendicular guidelines so that we could have quadrants like we've been preparing. The graph paper sketch is also in scale. This is 3 boxes equal an inch. Each box equals a third of an inch. And what's nice is with the graph paper, with the Google Draw, all of those boxes are given to us and we can use them for not only scale, but design and proportion. The next thing that you haven't seen yet is a bill of materials. This bill of materials is a representation of our work in volume. So it has thickness, it has width, and it has length. So that's a volume of wood. And what we're going to be doing is the exact same thing that we have been. I'm not going to expect you to print this out and handwrite it. This is an old school wood shop. This is a new school wood shop. So what I'm going to pass out is a template. Inside that template, everybody will get a copy, and we'll work to fill this out. I did it in Google Docs just to keep it clean. Um, I'd like it to be in cells or sheets. I think it's called sheets, but we're not there yet. And then lastly, so this will be an assignment that I push out. Everybody gets a copy. Everyone fills it out. Should be really fast. The last thing is the plan sheet. What the plan sheet says is not how much wood you're going to use, not what you're going to draw or design, but rather what tools and equipment will you use. And again, all of this is to communicate with someone at home that you're making a project. What will that project look like? What will that project cost? What will that project use to make? So for instance, that person at home will be reading pencil, tape measure, speed squares, sawhorse, C-clamp, 8-point handsaw, and then they get to bandsaw, they get to drill press, they get to rasp them. Well, some of these sound kind of dangerous. So now they have the ability to talk with you. We can escalate it to them talking with me in a meeting. Uh, but again, all of this is so that they feel very confident about your participation. Now, the free form that we're sending home, it's not going to use a bandsaw, it's not going to use a drill press. It's going to use different steps, different processes, different materials. So we'll annotate that. We'll list that out in the tools and equipment to be used. And then lastly is a contract. This contract is not something that I use to, force students to meet up. That's not what this is about. This is another opportunity for me to explain what it is that you're good at. It's a place for me to compliment someone at home, say something nice, and make them feel really excited about this project. So I haven't come up with a way that we're going to do the plan sheet yet, because I'd like it to still have the same format like I had the bill of materials. Uh, Thank you guys so much. And I'll be presenting this in class, but I wanted to include it. And I'm going to push this all the way down to the bottom on the Google Classroom found form classwork section. Thank you so much. See you in class.